Welcome back. Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading from my haunted house in a creepy graveyard from a haunted chick like me with really, really disgustingly cute dogs. Tonight's special is the buy one get one free. So on the weekends, I like to bring back the buy one get one frees because I know you guys love them. So every reading is a buy one get one free. I should probably put that in the pinned comment. Just change the pinned comment a little bit. All readings start at $5. You get the $5 love reading. I ask what you need to know about your love life. If you'd like to actually ask the tarot question, there is a $7 Lux toggle box. 7+ minutes, 7+ cards. And you can ask up to 3 questions. And that pretty much goes for every reading. If you get the 11/11 love reading, it's 11+ cards, 11+ minutes. You get to ask up to 3 questions, whichever comes first. Same with the $20 past, present, future. Same with the $30 general. You can also get a very special $60 in-depth reading. It could be 61+ cards. It could be 61+ minutes. And it is also up to 3 questions, whatever comes first. So yeah, everything you need to know is in the pinned comment. Tonight's special is the buy one get one free. Everything you need to know is in the description. Hey, welcome to the channel. If you'd like to get a buy one get one free tarot card reading, everything you need to know is in the pinned comment and in the description. Please check out my music. This is not a tarot channel. This is actually a channel that belongs to a musician and artist. That is me. My name is Stormy. The channel is pretty much a channel about my life, and my life is my message. I like to do live music on the live streams, as well as live tarot. And everything you need to know is either under the About Me section or under the description. If you do buy a reading, just know that on the weekends it's buy one get one free. And every reading that is buy one get one free, when you purchase it, you can do the free reading after your paid reading, or you can go ahead and get the free reading at another time that's convenient for you, and I'll put it in my notes that you purchased a reading and that you have a free reading coming for you. But just make sure that you don't delay in too much time. Hi, welcome to the Chammy. Give it back. I never said you could have my heart. Hey Vlad, it's nice to meet you. Welcome to the Chammy. Thanks for making me chuckle there. Let's see, I'm going to change this pinned comment. Just so that everybody knows, the tarot card readings tonight are buy one, get one free. So what that means is when you buy any reading, you also get an extra one for free. You can do the free reading after your paid reading, or you can come back later, and I'll note that you have a free reading coming for you. That's only on the weekends, on Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays. So it is now Saturday. Sorry about not being here on Friday. I was in protest. I'm going to put some music on and put some things in the chat, and then I'm going to do a free collective message. on, don't fail me now, chat. Hey, Mel Rain, how are you, dear? Thanks so much for coming by. My chat is incredibly tiny. Make it bigger, so I don't have to go find my glasses, which are some random coffin box. Oops. You can see where my mind is, in the gutter tonight. I don't do timings, Vlad. I want you to be expecting it and not waiting for it. Hey, Cincinnati. One of our moderators is from Ohio. Please check out my music. I would really appreciate that. The link is in the pinned comment. It's also a buy one, get one free special tarot tonight for the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. So, questions I don't do. No sex questions, okay? No cheating questions. Don't ask me when you're going to die. Okay, you already know you're going to die. No interview success questions. I don't do any school pre-K to 12K to university success questions. No exam passes. Please no pregnancy questions. This isn't Madam Stormie's DNA testing. But pregnant ladies, if you'd like to send me a picture of your baby bump, I can tell you what you're going to have. It's just science. No legal, financial, no health, and no timings. It's not that I can't do timings, it's just that I would prefer you to be expecting what it is that you desire instead of waiting around for it to show up. What I can help you with is love, family, friends, finances, money, career, protection, your twin flame, your soulmates. Maybe you even have a tri-flame or a quad flame. What's that you say? Well, we'll just have to stay tuned. I think that my perception of twin flames might be a little different than some of the people on YouTube. I don't believe in just one of these kind of constricted, one kind of only way kind of answer. In fact, I'm Greek, and I read all that Greek mythology stuff, and I'm not 100% sure that I ever heard that story. Maybe I did, maybe I blacked it out. But I think there's so much more about the twin flame journey than many people might not realize. I also think that anything's possible, so I'm not quite sure that there's just twin flames at all. I think that we come from a core energy field, and we all share that same field. Yeah, we have our own vortexes and stuff like that, our own personal space and stuff, but energy is energy. The same energy that's in the light bulbs or the candles in this room. It's all the same as your sentient spiritual being, in my opinion. Welcome back, welcome back. You're agnostic. Everyone is your twin flame. That's fantastic. I like that. not sure, Metal Rain. But, you know, I went to go look at his resume and stuff. And I realized, oh my goodness, that movie that's terrifying to me, more than Nightmare on Elm Street, watching Johnny Depp get sucked into the waterbed scene. Like, more than anything, the movie that scares me the most is Planet of the Apes. I think I've told you before, guys, that, like, that movie terrifies me. I was like, oh gosh, I have to look at his resume. Oh, it made me laugh. But he has a very impressive resume. I bet he's had so much fun. So much fun. I hope someday I'll get to have that much fun doing that much film. And I think it's just fine for people to look it up, Vlad. People need to educate themselves. That way they can open their hearts and minds more to each other and their unique differences and respect them and honor each other's differences that are unique about us. Not everybody has to be the same to be friends. Not everybody has to understand either. You know, we can teach each other this kind of more highly vibrational energy, but you know, let them look it up. If they don't know what it is, they should, in my opinion. Oh gosh, yes, The Haunting of the Hill House. So what's so scary about my couch, Metal Rain, is that my couch came from the house in Virginia that particular Haunting of the Hill House was fashioned after. Okay, that couch is so haunted. I'm kind of like, why did I get this couch? But I'll tell you something, it's very comfortable. And it's in really good condition for as old as it is. I got the whole story on it. I'll look for it in my emails and in my, probably going to be in my Google Photos. I'll look for the whole backline and story of that particular couch. Maybe you could use it in some of your writings or something like that. I can't remember which general from the Civil War took a nap on it, but it tells the story about him in the letter that the lady who sold it to me from. She said that it just got passed around family members, one after another, and finally she was just like, you know, she wanted to recover it, she wanted to keep it, but they were getting pretty old, that couple. I mean, they must have been pushing 90. And she said that her sister, who had dementia, kept trying to sit on it and smoke cigarettes, and eventually she lit a cigar one night and put it out on the couch, and it was like that. So she gave it to me for $20. I gave them some extra money for gas. They were really nice people, really sweet. So I don't know if I'm going to ever recover it, but maybe there's a way I can actually fix the burn. Right now I just cover it up with like a cool blanket or throw. A lot of the wood pieces were broken off when I first got it, so we've been working on, Dad and I have been working on repairing them. But it's a good solid couch, I'm telling you, and it is so comfortable. Easy to move around. It's not like these big clunky kind of pieces of square furniture like we have now in 2020 whatever. And I originally got the couch because I was doing my tarot and my lives from that couch while recovering from the car accident, because it's a little bit higher than the Japanese futon we have. It was just easier to do the readings from that couch. I might, maybe I'll go back over there and do some lives sometime from there. I really like to do my Estes methods over there, but I just haven't found anyone who wants to do an Estes method with me. So if anybody wants to do an Estes method with me this weekend, let me know. Oh wow, okay. He's gonna go film the Australian version of Insidious. Okay, cool. Somebody said something about that movie today on Instagram. Might be back in time for season 4 finale. Okay. I'll probably just have to use my iPad for the read-through on Wednesday because I've had no time to work on a laptop. And but I'm gonna work something out. It's either gonna be laptop or iPad. But if I can't get that laptop going again the way I used to use it, I'll just use the iPad again like we did on Wednesday, so I don't hold things up. Thanks, Natsumi. I'm certain you're very pretty too. How's your day been? Welcome to the haunted house. That movie scared Sarah. It's a pretty scary movie, Rain. It's a pretty scary movie. Oh, sorry about the silly noises. I have a 24-pack of water under the desk, and I've decided to just kind of rest my legs on top of it. It hasn't even opened yet. It sounds so hilarious. Usually I take them out and I put them out on the baker's rack for everyone to drink, but I haven't done that yet. It sounds funny, doesn't it? Hey, Harley's dad. The dog's doing good. He actually played with the girls today. I was so happy and proud to see him playing with his friends again. But yeah, he's on the mend. Nothing spooky, nothing scary, thank goodness. Hey Kumar, how are you today? So, how's everybody's weekend going? What do you guys got planned? I'm just gonna tidy my place up and kind of rearrange things a little bit to give it like a fresh feel. It's gonna snow tomorrow, I think, so not too happy about that, but I do love the snow. I think the snowy days are great days to do like artwork. Open all the shades, get that bright light in. I love the way like the sky reflects off the snow and just makes everything brighter. Oh, I'm sure they will be. That's such a funny sound. Hey Logan, welcome to the channel. Happy weekend. But yeah, I just totally freaked out when I looked at Andy's resume and I saw Planet of the Apes. I cannot tell you enough how much that movie freaks me out. I can't get through 5 seconds. I just can't do it. And the reason is because growing up in Florida on the West Coast, you know, they took us to, during summer camps, they took us to zoos, or they took us to different places to visit animals and things like that. And they took us to this monkey zoo, and they kept these monkeys in cages and walked the kids through it. And, well, the monkeys decided that it was important to protest and throw their shit at us. I was not a happy girl. I was very upset. And to know that there's like feral ones that are in Florida, like growing up in Florida is a little bit terrifying in my opinion, because you can get, and will get eaten if you're not careful. And when I tell people that, they're kind of like, what? But now that there's like iguanas running wild as well, that's a little bit even more scarier for me. Because if you're anybody that's ever actually been up close to an animal like that, which I have because I'm an animal rehabilitator, I will tell you, their tails are as hot as a whip, and they will break your leg if you're not careful, if not lacerate your skin or your flesh with that tail. Their teeth are razor sharp. So, you know, between having like big cats and rodents of unusual size that could like eat you, alligators, crocodiles, snakes, snakes of unusual sizes, you know, and having feral monkeys. I usually was not going outside alone. I love iguanas too. And I was usually not going outside without at least my butterfly knife. I was ready to kill something if it was going to eat me. And I took archery as well because I had a choice at summer camp and at several of the activities like that my parents put me in to choose. Do I want to go canoeing or do I want to learn archery? So I chose archery because then that way I felt like I could protect myself from animals that might eat me. It was very strange. Yeah, I had a pet iguana. My friend Noah and I, we were living in Boston at the time, and he calls me on the phone at my house, and he's like, we got a problem, Houston. And I'm like, well, what's going on? He said somebody has abandoned a snake in a cage in a basement apartment. And he said it's going down to freezing tonight. What are we gonna do? I'm like, I'm jumping on the subway now to come down to Brighton to help. So I got on the bus, which I was not afraid as a teenager in Boston, and I got on the T, which is what they call the subway in Boston, and then I took another bus to his place. He showed me the situation. Now, what's interesting about the basement apartments is that they had these like roll windows that you open. So because I did live in Florida, I knew how to break into those, so I broke into it. I know this sounds terrible, but you know, I didn't want the animal to die, so we got the animal out of the apartment. We put the window back together. We left a note on at the manager's office because he lived there, and we didn't want them to think that like we were stealing anything because we were not stealing anything. He actually waited days for someone to come back, and no one came back for the snake. So he put me and the snake in the car, and we went to the pet shop, got a couple things for it, and we went back to my place. And that was like the most docile creature. I mean, all it wanted to do was just hang out on my shoulders and every once in a blue moon eat. It didn't care about the cats. It didn't care about the dog. It didn't care about the bird. It was just chill. I was like, this is pretty cool. I can deal with this until we can find it a home. So I did eventually find it a home, but the day I went to go and you know, take this snake to the foster home, the person asked me if I wanted to take a baby iguana off his hands, and I was like, I don't know, because I've never had a lizard, and I'm from Florida, and like the most experience I have with lizards is like catching them and wearing them as earrings momentarily. So I told the guy I'll think about it. So while I was looking around the store and everything, and looking around where he was gonna put the snake, and you know, talking to the people who were gonna foster it, because I guess he was some kind of like, I guess they call it a herpetologist or something like that. Some kind of like, it's like a veterinarian who's like, you know, they have different veterinarians. They've got your standard veterinarian for your cats, your dogs, things like that. But then they have like avian vets for birds, and then they have a certain type of other vet for reptiles and amphibians. Herpetologist, maybe, I don't know, but you can look it up. It's a pretty interesting trade and science as well. And I think there's a lot we can also learn from reptiles. They're pretty they're pretty alien brained in my opinion. Like I'm sure they feel, but they don't have like the emotions like we do as sentient beings. I think that they feel something, but it's mostly just instinctual survival mode all the time, whether they're in captivity or not. So eventually I did decide to take that iguana off his hands, but it was like the worst experience of my life. That thing bit me. It was mean. It was horrible. I called the guy back. I was like, I can't do this. I really can't do this. You know, I said I'm good at helping animals, but I really don't know what I'm doing. And he's so mean. I can't be friends with this animal. I told him, I said it was like he's too feral or he's too scared. And the guy agreed that like that wasn't normal activity or normal behavior for that particular iguana, so took it back. And I was looking at some of the other animals he fostered, and I was like, how about I take this one? Because I found a really tiny one, iguana, like a baby iguana. And it had its, you know how they have the little flap? Its flap was bitten off. Like it had a big chunk out of its flap. I said, you know what, I will take that one home though. I'll take that little scrawny one that's dying in the corner home. So I took that iguana home, and that iguana lived with me for years and years and years and years. And we became really good friends. I actually have the iguana's cremations, and I could definitely tell that that creature had been through something terrible with its flap, being bitten off like that. It didn't care about the cats, the dog, it didn't care about the birds. It just only cared about eating watermelon and its food. Yeah, it would walk around the house, and it was like cohabitating with my cats, but overall it was a pretty good experience to have a pet like that. But if you're gonna have a pet like that, you kind of have to be prepared. I mean, mine had, by the time I got this baby, I mean, it fit in the palm of my hand, but it was missing its flap, and its tail was really messed up. It's almost as if it had been through some kind of either abuse from other animals or had just really poorly been trafficked. And it made me sad. So I named it Zinga, and I don't know if Zinga was a girl or a boy, but sure was a lovely friend to have. And I was just so messed up when Zinga died. It was really messed up. So I promised myself I would never get a reptile again. It's just, you know, you just can't replace a sweetheart like that. Hey Brazil, how are you, dear? It's nice to meet you, Sophia. Or I think you might have been here before, or maybe you're just another Sophia, but I like that name. Hey Mark, thanks so much for your donation. I really appreciate that. So the $5 reading is just letting you know what you need to know about that. So I'll go ahead and get into that, okay, dear? Thanks so much. I really appreciate that. So thanks for listening to my story about my beautiful snake, which I named LA after the city, Los Angeles. And maybe someday I'll post pictures of LA, and maybe I'll post pictures of Zinga too. I would say that Zinga was probably the most difficult rehab, because not only did I have to feed the poor thing with a syringe and then also teach it how to eat and drink water, I also had to like clip its nails. I had to help it shed its skin, all these kind of crazy things you just have to do with reptiles when you got them. And you want to make sure that you've got like the proper lighting, the proper environment, or they'll just go crazy, you know, because they're not meant to be, they're not dogs. Even though Zinga did learn how to walk on a leash, And I mostly did that for Zynga's safety, because I wanted to make sure that if if there was a fire in the house or anything like that, baby was ready to go, for rescue into a pillowcase. Oh, it's okay. At least I have Zynga's cremations. Oh, what a day. Let me just put some music on real quick, Harley. So when you think about your future and how you're driving the wheel of your life, what's it going to be like when you get that those wheels in your hands? What's it going to be like when you get that steering wheel in your hands? What's it going to look like? What's it going to feel like? Not just, the experience with you holding that steering wheel, but, what, at the end of the day, is it going to make you feel here? Is it going to, and you need to carry that feeling with you so you can compel that towards you a lot quicker than, say, if you were to just wait around for it. All right. I don't think I'm going to use the tarot just yet. I'm going to use the yes-no deck and the yes-no how-when, and then also use tarot as clarification, okay? Okay, yes, I remember you saying that. Yes, yes. And that's a wonderful, wonderful idea. Let's see, what kind of music do I want to listen to tonight? Hold on, I'm not in chat. I can't see what you're saying because the letters on the chat on the iPad are like little tiny dots. That's how small it is on the iPad. And it's a pretty large iPad. It's 12.9 inches. I don't know why they're like this. And I can't make them bigger. So, one second. I'm going to go back over to chat now so I can read what you're saying, and then we'll start your reading, dear. Yes, I just need to listen to these jams right now. You can turn it down just a little bit so you can hear me. Alright, I'm turning it down now. Okay, let's get into your reading. Spirit, what does his most trusted and strongest spirit guides need him to know right now? So yes, 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 yes. Let's see what how and when says real quick for you. And then I'll spread out all the cards for you and tell you what Spirit needs you to know about this right now. Anybody who wants to stay tuned for the free collective message is coming right up right after this paid reading. Yeah, it's like this situation has really sparked like a fire in you both. And you both have a lot of wonderful things to gain and be prosperous. Feel prosperous. Feel more prosperous. Be more prosperous. What it would be like if you guys were already doing this idea that you have together. How far could you take it? And then what else could you do because of that income that would bring even more income in? Maybe it would allow one of you to do maybe more of your art on one day, or maybe you guys play music on another, or start something different, like, you know, the DoorDash funding something that's going to bring even more in, whether it's education or, and because like the reason, you know, or it's art or music, or and it even might be something that Spirit's intuitively letting me know that you guys will do in the future as well with this Page of Pentacles, because it is a new beginning. So this is the clarification here. And so yes, the lotus of happiness is about to blossom and bring you wonderful events filled with positive emotions. So it's happening now. You're starting to already feel these positive emotions. And despite how scary all of our limiting beliefs and circumstances are, I want you to go back to a time when you do start getting a little freaked out at all. Any of you who are listening, make sure you get back into the feeling of what feels normal to you. Okay? Not what feels normal to someone else, or what feels normal to, you know, what feels normal to you. Go back to that feeling despite whatever you're feeling in regards to the chaos that's going on in the world. Because with your thoughts, you can create a new day, a better day, and bring the light back into the world that, you know, we need right now, by being kind, ethical, and focusing on what is good and what is serving you, instead of trying to match your energy up to someone who is negative. You know, don't serve those kind of people, okay? Only groove with people who are matching your energy at that time. And if you are finding yourself low, find those that help you get back into that state of mind you want to be. And that's what this card is about. Like, there is this happiness that has blossomed between you and her, and it's bringing wonderful emotions, and Spirit wants you to hold on to that, because that's where you create from within that reality you want to see around you. And that reality can create even more beautiful realities for everyone, because you're not just manifesting for yourself. You can actually help others manifest too. There is a potential for unexpected but timely support that you require. This is the perfect time for you to start new and exciting undertakings. Hey, Sugar, how are you, sweetheart? Do you feel better? I hope you do. I hope everything's okay with you and your daddy. I love you, honey. Okay, back to your reading, Mark. Give it 8 or 9 months and phenomenally effective results appear. It opens new, awe-inspiring horizons. Wow, didn't we just talk about that? Your colossal potential, your incomparable skills of organization, and your insurmountable willpower win the day. They are the secret weapon of every underdog. How cool is that? Like, I feel like an underdog. I feel like the underdog of the underdogs of rock and roll. I'll tell you that much. So you just hold on to this, because it's not just some dream. It's not just some fantasy. It really is your desire, and it is yours now. Make sure that, you know, of course, the car is economical. You know, because I know gas and petrol's kind of going crazy right now with prices, but it's just right around the corner. It's already yours. Have fun looking at cars, shopping for cars, even if you're not going to buy that day. And look at all of them. You know, look at Audis, look at Range Rovers, look at Chevys, Fords, Mercedes, BMW, Cadillacs. I think that with DoorDash and Uber Eats and Uber, I don't know if you guys have that over there, but I think with DoorDash, your car has to be newer. I think your car has to be at least 10 years old. So you might want to consider maybe an older Cadillac that might be 5 years old or 10 years old. You might find a great deal that is not in the 10,000s or up. You just never know. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember where you live, Harley, but you could find some really nice luxury vehicles that are a little bit older for a lot better price that are in good condition. It's up to you. Buy new, buy used, whatever. Buy American, buy Asia, buy Italian, whatever makes you happy. But the car is already yours. So it doesn't matter what you choose, it's already yours. Okay, all right. Nice. Cute. And that's definitely economical for sure. I think my niece has one of those. Or did at one time, and she really liked it. And that's a Ford, right? Ford Fusion. My parents always had vintage cars. We still have a vintage car. And I think that even if I had the money to buy a brand new car, I think that the vintage car I have now would still be my car. I really do love it very, very much. It's comfortable, it's cozy, it's a great ride, it's a nice, very nice ride. Long distance or short distance. It's easy to fix if there's something that needs to be fixed, if it's not too major, like a transmission. We had a Ford Pinto. We had I think it was a 1975 Ford Pinto. We also had like a 1975 VW. We had some pretty amazing vintage cars. In fact, I think while Dad and I are snowed in, I think I'm going to make a list of all the vintage cars we've had. And I'll share it. I just can't imagine, like, at least not, like, even if I were to buy a new car, which I probably won't, but maybe someday, I would still want my vintage car to drive. Better than the beach cruisers. Yeah. I agree. Yes, amen. In fact, I'm actually renovating our vintage Cadillac with my dad. It's been a lot of fun. I've learned how to change the transmission fluid and filter. I've learned how to change the oil. I've learned how to put the tires on and take them off. Now, if you're going to change tires, you really do have to get them rotated. You really should have a professional do that. If you're going to get them all brand new tires, you have to do special things to them. Let's see, we replaced the alternator, so I've learned how to do that. Once the engine is settled, we're going to work on some body work. We're getting ready to put some fog lights on it that are really, really cool. So that's going to help when driving at night. I found a place that does the seat covers professionally, even with the classic Cadillac emblem on them. So I'm probably going to get those. But first, Dad and I are going to redo the weather stripping. Because I accidentally locked the keys in the car once, and that was a bitch. Oh my God. The guy had to use like he had to use, the locksmith that came had to use a, oh my god. You know those like those things that you put on your arms? They're like floats, and he had to blow up this like huge plastic thing to get the car door a little open so he could, yeah. So you're gonna have to replace the weather stripping. And then we have to replace the hinge on the door as well. But the door still works. I mean, the car drives great. The car looks great. Just has a few things that need to be fixed on it. I'm not sure if the cassette player works anymore, but I can find those easy and just reinstall it, the same actual cassette player. Probably need to also replace or do something. Might need to fix the glove box or replace it. I'm not sure. I need to also replace some things on the armrests and stuff. I had used that car several times to help some friends move, like to new apartments with just a few other things. And oh god, they were not careful with the car at all. And they cracked like armrests or accidentally had like maybe a knife in their back pocket and scratched the leather. Oh god. I also have to redo the, you know how when you get in a car and there's the dash is in front of you, but then there's the ceiling and it has cloth on it. Like I have to redo that as well. So it's been fun. But I think the first thing that's most important is now that the alternator's fixed, I need to get this thing called a per valve percolator. And what a per valve percolator does is it actually protects you while you're in the cabin of the vehicle from the fumes that the car is making and other car fumes that are being made, so that it doesn't come into the cabin and poison you or smell bad or be gross. Like, and it's just like a little canister, kind of like this cup I'm holding, and it has carbon in it, or charcoal in it. I'm sorry, charcoal, and that has to get installed. So I think that's probably going to be the next thing in the fog lights and the weather stripping. So one thing at a time, though. Oh, really? You learned tint. Wow, Harley. I bet that was interesting to learn something like that. So what is Bangkok like? You know, there's a whole lot of different things going on that are progressive in that country right now. I know Bangkok's not a country, it's a place in a country, right? Am I right? It's very interesting, all that stuff over there that is happening. I'm not sure if you stay up to date with that kind of stuff, but it's kind of blowing my mind. Yeah. It's wild. Absolutely wild. Dude, I have a question to ask. Do people in Thailand eat dogs like they do in China? Really? Oh, God. Oh, my God. And that's ridiculous. Why? I just don't get it. Like, it's just like bacon. I don't get why people like bacon. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to shame you for eating bacon, but it's just not tasty to me. So I kind of feel like, well, if they like to eat it, it must be addictive for them like bacon is for Americans. Or I think everybody probably likes bacon except me. They are treacherous, you're right. My mom went to the University of Philippines, and while she was living over there, she said that she had some neighbors that she just loved, and they invited her and her kids at the time. I wasn't born yet. That would be my brother and my sister, to have dinner one night. She went over there, and it was I'm gonna spell this. I don't know. Well, you know what we're talking about. I don't want to say it in front of mine, but she said she was mortified, and she could never imagine how anyone would ever want to. So she just skipped the meat when she realized what it was because of the shape. Embassy gave you $900 a month. You know, one of my friends is in a penal colony in Russia right now, fighting every day for his life, and it's pretty effed up to watch somebody you love get framed, get taken hostage, and you know, I think I've told people on the channel before, like, he called me at this strange hour from Russia, and then he was like, which he would never call me that late at night because he would know I was sleeping, because I'd have to work. So then he called me again, and that morning, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, called me, and then when I got up to take a shower and go to work, I noticed, oh my God, he's called me. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Hope everything's okay. Then he called me again, and I was in the shower, and I was like, fuck, I can't answer the phone. I'm not, you know, I don't care. We've been friends for 20 years. I'm not going to answer the phone to a guy friend while I'm in the shower. It's weird. At least it's weird to me. And then the next thing I know, I call. I'm calling every day, getting nothing, which is completely unusual. Next thing I know, I'm getting a text message that's saying, how do you feel now that your little American friend is gone? And it was so scary. I showed it to my roommate and my dad, and I even showed it to my roommate's mom, just in case the message ever went missing. Now, I know for sure my roommate and my dad remember seeing the message, which the message eventually did go missing, which is sad. I think I might still have it if I can just get a couple of the iPhone 8s I have, get the screen repaired so that we can go through that, and I could maybe send it to the embassy so that they can see that text message, which might help his case. I don't know, but I do need to have also a couple of things repaired by Apple, so I'll probably call them maybe tomorrow and see how much something like that would cost. But I was just so heartbroken, and to think that is he joking? You know, is he kidding? But I mean, we've been friends for years, so there isn't really, like, you know, that really isn't the dynamic we had, where he's the kind of guy who would say something hurtful or scary and then go, kidding. You know what I mean? He's not that kind of man. I shouldn't call him a guy because he's a grown man. And he was born in 1971. So if he was born in 1971, or was he born in 1974? I think it was 71. So he's what, like almost 55 or something like that. If it's 2026, so he just had a birthday at the end of 2025, and you take away. Okay, so he's 54. A lot older than me. We met in Final Fantasy. We played FFXI together for years, and then our friendship just kept going, you know, along the lines of just friendship. And I really feel bad for him because he's a great musician, great singer, great artist, just a great all-around person. And I feel so terrible for people who get into that kind of situation, you know, and they're generally there in a situation like that because they were just at the wrong place at the wrong time, which is happening a lot in many places on the planet, not just America or Russia, Thailand, China, Korea. Hey Andy, how are you tonight? Welcome to the haunted house. Thank you. Yes, this dude does have nice hair. I didn't really know that Travis went to went into this situation not knowing what was happening, or I didn't even know like what was going on. It took me about another year to solve it. And then when some of the people who were, I think the journalist that was kidnapped in Russia, and they were holding him, and they had detained him, and everybody was fighting to get him back. Evan is his name. I don't typically watch the news, but I had walked down the hallway past my dad's room, and I had heard someone say, it's not just about Evan, you know, and his family, it's also about those who are also there, like Travis, Leak, and then he went on to say other people's names, and I'm like, what? Why am I hearing him say one of my best friend's names? Like, why is he saying that? It must be a different Travis. It has to be a different Travis. Yes, it certainly is, Harley. You're very much right about that. I was like, there's no way. So a couple of days, check this out. So a couple of days went by. I was still in denial. And then one night, there was a couple people in chat. I think it was Tiffany. I don't know if you've met her. She comes by sometimes as Rogue Remedies. She's a moderator. She's a very talented AI artist as well as a talented writer. And also just an all the way around wonderful vibe. I love her energy. It's like a beautiful horse that can't be tamed. That's how I would describe Tiffany. So she's like, let's do a spirit box session. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do a spirit box session. And the spirit box said his name. And I was like, what? Why is this happening? So a couple nights went by and the spirit box kept saying Travis's name. And then I was like, I can't stand this anymore. I'm going to have to actually Google it now. And so while we were doing the spirit box, I Googled it and I realized who it was, and I just lost my mind. I was so embarrassed crying on the live, but I think I've done a couple of crying sessions on the lives with you guys about Travis. It's just so unfortunate. Let me get you the Rolling Stones article so you can read it if you'd like to sometime. That would mean a lot to me, guys and gals who are in chat, if you would read the Rolling Stones article about my friend Travis. This isn't just some person that went to Russia to party. This is somebody who is an established English teacher as well as an established musician, and had never had a record before. Not here in America and not in Russia either. He didn't like it that I used to smoke pot, and he got me to quit smoking pot. So, and I'll tell you what, my life is definitely a lot better not being stoned on the couch all day. Am I ashamed of becoming a stoner? No, and I'm not ashamed of stoners. But I was ashamed of myself that I let a lot of time go by with my agoraphobia, doing that kind of thing and self-medicating instead of giving myself the chance to have the knowledge of what was the difference between actually self-medicating myself in a healthy and nurturing way compared to what I had been doing. And I'm not ashamed to say that I am a marijuana advocate and a cannabis advocate, and I really think that marijuana is a dirty word, but at the end of the day, I just know that the things that they said and the things that they set him up for, I just know in my heart is bullshit. And I'm not his mom. All he has is his mom and me. And I know there's people in Russia also helping, but I'm talking about here in America. I mean, he has his musician friends too. Don't get me wrong, but it's like really only her and I have been communicating. Oh my God, I have to make a tiny link. Hold on, hun. I really believe that they took him because of his, well, he is a U.S. veteran. He's highly intelligent. He is not a stupid man. He's a great negotiater. Just an all the way around well-rounded person, in my opinion. Excuse me. So, and working with him in regards to the things that we did, whether it was music or even just, you know, leading an in-game raid so that we could get the coolest items in Final Fantasy before the Japanese kids did. I don't know. It's sad when you meet somebody who touches your life and then you can't have that person nurturing you in the way that they did every day when they were around. It's like, I know he hasn't died and that's not going to happen to him. He's not going to die in there. But at the same time, this is what I do. I just always remind myself every day when I start to get sad about it, because I do cry about it every day. It really messes me up. I just keep telling myself and reminding his mom that he's on his way home and he's going to be home soon. And it's going to be awesome. And that makes me feel better. And that is the reality that I'm manifesting, that I want to see every day. So if I don't go there to back to what's normal for him and back to that normal feeling of being able to call my buddy on the phone and talk about anything, you know, he might get lost forever, you know. So that's what I mean by you can help people manifest things. Let me get you this tiny link URL. So if you want to ever go and read the Rolling Stones article to get a little bit more info about what's happened. Man, and it was very tricky to try to find out as much information as I could. I've had to, you know, learn a little bit of Russian. It's been a long, strange trip. It's been going on since early 2023. They beat him up and other things I won't say to his fiance in front of him, as well to him. And it's just to the point where it's like, I think that at the end of the day, you can go back to, like I said before, a time and a place where you felt like you belonged, and embody that feeling in your daily life now, here in the present. Especially if it was a nostalgic moment, something that made you feel good. Even if it was something you shared with someone else that you want to share with somebody new or somebody current. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to make this tiny URL to the Rolling Stones. I went through a lot of like planning to kind of help start a campaign for him to get his story out. The Rolling Stones article made it a lot easier to share his story, because then I don't have to like go talking about it or like try to do anything really other than share the article so people can read it. I was thinking of like, you know, just creating a whole, like, you know, virtual, even AI stories about him and his life and what he's going through. And I've noticed that there's a lot of programs that you can use to, like, do that kind of stuff. Ow. What's going on here? I'm just trying to get... Hey, everybody. Hold on a second. I'm going to put this on pause for just a minute. Oops. Okay, I'm back. Okay, here's the link. So I don't think that that administration liked the fact that he was a very outspoken rock star in Russia. And I don't think that they liked the fact that he was actually helping a lot of bands to be more outspoken and learning the English so they could get their music and their message outside of Russia so that more people could learn the truth about what was going on there. Much like Pussy Riot. I don't know if you're familiar with Pussy Riot, but you might want to check out the whole story about the girl from Pussy Riot. She's definitely a Joan of Arc for her people. A modern day Joan of Arc for her people. Only they haven't successfully torn her apart. Thank goodness. You're welcome, Harley. Thank you. Thanks for sharing too. You went to have dinner, Sugar? Ooh, what'd you have, babe? What'd you eat? I want to know. Oh, she's not in chat. So everyone else taken says, you can see the future, right? Will I crack your mom tonight? No, but she might crack you. Because she's dead. And now she's going to haunt your ass. So, have fun being terrorized. Whoever you were. Gosh, people are so mean. Let me hide that one from the channel because I don't need him to talk about my mama. Yeah, he's gonna get hidden from the channel. He's just sexual, or she's just sexually assaulting me and the channel. So. Oh good, I'm so glad that Suga and her dad made up. I'm gonna have to email her. I love that girl. Where's that small dick energy person? Where'd they go? Where's their name? Pardon my French. gonna do a free collective message. I'm also gonna email Sugar real quick. So I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy the music for a minute. When I get back, I'll put the Spiritbox on. We'll chat a little bit with the Spiritbox before I go for the night. I hope you guys are enjoying the tunes. Just want to make sure Sugar's okay. I don't want her to think I'm ignoring her, and I need to get a drink as well. I'm back. I just had to email Sugar. I'm going to put the Spiritbox on if anybody's interested. Just going to put this on pause for a minute so I can plug it in. Hey, Sugar. Oh, no. Hold on, let me plug in the Spiritbox. I don't know if you can hear me, but I sent you an email. Hey, Ruby. Hey, Ruby Anna. Hi, beautiful. You need help getting up? Okay, I help you. Come here, precious. Oh my goodness, y'all. There you go. You okay? Okay, come here, baby. Hey. Hey. Okay, I'm back. I don't know if anybody's still with me, but we are going to do the Spiritbox in a moment. Ruby was stuck under pillows on her back, so I had to rescue her. She was like a penguin lost in the snow. You okay? Okay. She's such a good girl. I'll post some updates about the dogs, probably on shorts later. I don't know what these are, but I think they might be honeysuckle, because I know when they bloom in the spring and in the fall they taste pretty good. When there's a certain way to eat honeysuckle. So I thought maybe I would break off a few stems before the snow comes tomorrow and start rooting them so I can grow it as a plant. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And they smell really good. They smell like, they smell like lemon and honey and cake or something. It smells like lemon cake. That's what they smell like, yeah. Alright, let me see. I'm going to turn the spirit box on and turn the music down just a little bit. See if the spirit box has any juice. Alright, we got 2 bars. Turn the music down a little. I'm going to leave it just barely playing because I know that I love the music. It's helping me relax, and I know that the spirits like it too. Don't know where the battery is for the REM pod, but I can get the spirit box on and then I'll look around for that.
Maximum volume.
Hey, Rennie. You okay, baby? Are there any spirits with us now? Can you speak up, please? Yes, I'm here. It just said, are you here? Yeah, I'm here. Are you here? Hey, baby. No, he's not a cat. It's a dog. It said cat. Maybe it's Metal Rain's cat that passed away. What? Hey Shannon, welcome to the Chammy. How are you tonight? Torment? Are you, how many spirits are with us now? Let me reset the REM pod. No, there's no ship here, Spirit. Are you on a ship? Are you from a ship? Do what? Thank you. If there's any spirit.
If you want something.
If you want something, get it. I love it when they say full sentences. That one just said, if you want something, go get it. And that's very true. Well, yes, you do have a spirit with you. It's probably within you. It's your spirit. Spiritbox, does Shannon have a spirit with her that is maybe not her own spirit? Spirit, do you hear my voice?
Stay. Truly.
If there's any spirits here with us now, will you please touch the REM pod? We come in respect, and we come to remember you. Hey Sean, welcome back to the channel. How are you tonight? If there's any spirits with us here now, can you show your presence? Can you show your presence? Can you touch the REM pod? You're feeling something beside you. That's interesting that you say that. Let me ask you a question. Do you have a, do you or does somebody you love have a cat that passed away? Or a pet that passed away? Because the spirit box, right before you came in or right around when you came in, it said cat. I don't know if it meant somebody's name. I don't know if it meant, like, as in a cat was present and maybe wanted to come forward and talk to somebody or make contact with a loved one from the other side. Sometimes it happens. Are there any spirits that can see me?
Cute.
Did it just say cute? What? Spirit, can you speak up? How many spirits are with us now? Oh, that's interesting, Shannon. How many spirits are with us now? Let's try a different frequency. Hey Jazz, welcome to the Chammy. How are you tonight? Okay, could you maybe show us a blue light or a green light, a red light or a purple light to show your presence by touching the REM pod? Spirit, do you live with me? Probably Taru. Probably. Donut? You want a donut, Spirit? You said donut. He probably just went off because maybe not. How close can I go to it without causing it to go off? My knee's pretty close to it, but it doesn't seem like it. If I put my knee very close to it. Now it did probably go off because the chair went back on the wooden floor, but maybe that's my limit right there. Get him! Don't rip its face off. Alright, so I'll keep my distance.
Good night, guys.
Apple. Apple was my cat's name. Are you there, Apple? Hey, Frank and Dad.
Just came to say good night.
Alright, good night. I love you.
I think it's almost 3 o'clock.
It's almost the witching hour. You're right. Well, let me ask you, Shannon, how do you feel about it? Do you feel like there's someone or something trying to reach out to you? What does your inner compass tell you? Did the spirit box just say Jack? It always says Jack. Spirit, does Shannon have a woman or a man or a spirit that is a man or a woman? Is there someone or something trying to reach out to Shannon? And when you go within and you think about what it is that this spirit, the spirit box just said courage. You think about what it is that you, like, have you thought about maybe what the vibe is that you're getting from this energy that's trying to reach out to you and what it might be trying to reach out to you about? Yes, Taru, I answered your question, dear. I said probably, most likely, yes. Everybody probably has a spirit or two or more. How many spirits are with us now? 10? Okay. 3? 13? Warning you about something. Okay. All right. Follow that inner compass. Now, have you asked yourself, what is it that the spirit might be trying to warn you about? What is the one thing about yourself that you feel, because I feel it's something about yourself. Spirit, is it, if there's a spirit there that can answer this question, is this something trying to reach out to Shannon about something about herself, warning her something about herself? Can you clarify, Spirit? Taro, if a spirit, if you have any messages for Taro about the spirit that might be living in their place, please answer. If you know if there's something, a connection there for Taro. Hey Mason, welcome to the Chammy. How are you tonight? You lost your son and your parents. So let me ask you, did they cross over or are they still here physically? I'm curious if you feel safe enough to answer that question. If not, that's fine. You can always email it to gypsyqueencardreader@gmail.com. Yeah, I'm so sorry you lost your sister. My name. I'm sending you a virtual hug of love and trust. Hey, Bernice. Okay. Hey, Bernice. Thank you so much for sharing your name. If anybody has any guidance for Bernice or Shannon on the other side. Okay, so your mother's on the other side. I have a feeling I could be wrong, but I have a feeling it is your mother. I do feel like it's a feminine energy. I want you to just understand that even though she's on the other side, if she is on the other side, that she's still here with you. See, even though our loved ones don't have their rental car, like their body, they're there. And the love is still there. And whether a person you love is physically here or passed on, death cannot break love. Death cannot end love. And even if there's some kind of discord or hate or disagreement or something that doesn't feel right about someone who passed on, they don't take any of that judgment with them. So arguments, bad feelings, maybe tension you had when you were together, or maybe bad things that you did to each other, or maybe had accidentally done to each other. They don't, when you pass on, I don't believe, and I also don't feel that they take that kind of hate with them, especially if they were somebody who is more of a light energy than a dark energy. Did the spirit box just say fate? Is Shannon's mother touching the spirit box or the REM pod? Hey, Sugar. Okay, great. I'm so glad you saw my email. Awesome. Okay, I put the live on pause for a minute to email you back because I didn't want you to think that I had missed what you said. Yeah, I understand the hard times, Shannon. I really do. I really, really do. I feel the ideal intellect connection between, you having a hard time right now. I go through it every day with my mom. But my mom's here to help me, and my mom's here to help you too. So, Mom, if you're there, if you could maybe find out what's going on with the spirit that's hanging around Shannon. Shannon has come to the chat to hang out with us and see what she can learn from the spirit box. Hey Ari, how are you, sweetheart? Also, if anybody wants to ask a question about anything to the spirit box, feel free to ask. You can ask funny questions. You can ask whatever you want. I don't care. I would love to see what the spirit box might say. I'm going to be here for about another 15 minutes or so because it is 3 a.m. here. It is the witching hour. And I don't know. There you are, Ari. You're the mod tonight. You're doing a good job, babe. I'll pay you back in a free yes or no question if you'd like to get a free yes or no question. Yep, it's 3 a.m. where I am. I mean, if you could just stick around for another 15 minutes, that'd be awesome, Ari. Because I'm going to be peacing out in about 15 minutes. Oh, good. I'm so glad that you're going to be moving out next month. I've been worried about you, and I've been thinking about you. So if you want to send those screenshots so I can read them, feel free to, because it's time now. Spirit, is Tracy with Shannon right now? Did it say yes? In a little tiny happy voice? Yes? Like that?
100.
Hold on. Oops. Wrong button. I just wanted to take a 49-second short of that because then I can go back and look at it and see if it did say yes. Can you confirm that, Spirit? Can you touch the REM pod? See, I got too close to it, so it went off. But can you, if Tracy is with Shannon, can you touch the REM pod to let us know, Spirit? Or can you say yes or confirm the yes in the Spirit box? Oh, Ari, I know you said you guys were no longer friends. I'm sorry, sweetheart. You know, I'm still thinking and feeling that, you know, despite you feeling defeated in this situation, you will come out on top. Whether you go back to mom's for even just a couple days, or you move on to live with somebody else that you can trust. No, it's not too late to donate for a reading. So Ari, if you'd like to ask your free yes or no question, I'm going to start doing this with the mods, where the mods will get a free yes or no question when they come by a mod. Because I really have no other way to pay you guys back, and it makes me feel bad because you guys do come by and help me out so much, and it's so generous and kind. It's okay. You can tell me again. It's fine. I'm fine with that. You can repeat it as many times as you feel you need to.
Steady.
Did it just say steady? So, are any spirits that live with me? Are you here right now? I'm sorry that Gabriel passed away. I'm sorry about that, Bernice. Is Gabriel there? Gabriel, if you're there, can you say hello to Bernice? Can you show her a sign? Ari, that's because she doesn't know how to be a friend. Maybe with time she'll learn how to be a friend. See, that's the thing that your mom has obviously taught you. And maybe even your family that's been around you, maybe even your dad. You've learned how to be a friend. You know how to be a friend, Ari. And that's why you meet so many people and you have issues with them, because a lot of people don't know how to be friends. You did the right thing. Whatever it is that you've done, this is the right path for you. You don't need to be with someone who's going to abuse you verbally, mentally, physically, emotionally. You need to have a place where you can create your artwork if you want, where you can feel comfortable, to have your friends and family over at your home if you want to. A place where you're not going to starve, where there's a person that's generous enough to maybe share their food, split the bills. You know you're not going to get beaten up, raped, killed, murdered by them. You know, you can trust them. Even if it's somebody, you know, just follow that inner compass. If Tracy's with Shannon, she wants to know if he was the shadow that Shannon saw in Indiana. Yes, I believe you 100%, Ari. Like, I feel that way about my roommate. Like, we have been through a lot of strange and odd situations, and a lot of challenging situations since growing up, since we were kids, as adulting. It's been very difficult. But what makes it more comfortable is there is that element of trust. trusting the process, trusting each other. Yeah, so what? Sometimes they don't always pick up after themselves. But everybody does that. So, every once in a while. So, it's no harsh judgment, but at least the basic necessities are happening. Like, that person is taking care of themselves, and I know that person is not going to hurt me or my dad. Or try to kill my dad or hurt the pets. You know, I know that person is going to eventually clean up after themselves. We share all the food, so nobody ever is going to go hungry. And we also, you know, split these bills so that we can take care of them and we can survive. You know, if he's, you know, a little bit, you know, lost on cash, he'll send me some and I'll send him some. And it just works great because there's trust. I know he's not going to rape me. I know he's not going to try to have sex with me. I know he's not going to insult me or try to abuse me. And he knows I'm not going to do the same either or, you know, interfere with his private or personal life. And, you know, but we'll also respect each other as friends because there's a foundation of friendship, Ari, and trust. And that's why I say going back to your mom's house doesn't mean you're a quitter, a loser, or a failure. I was just suggesting it because at the end of the day, you can trust your mom. And there's a foundation of love and trust there till you can move on to something bigger and better that you can trust your safety with. Because safety first above all. You don't want to get trafficked. You don't want to get raped. You don't want to get beaten up. You don't want to get hurt. Okay? No, I'm not muted. It's probably you. Shannon, are you talking to the spirit box, honey? Yeah, there's a taco box for you, Suga. It's just $7, honey. I just raised the price $1. Or you can get the $5 reading, which is I just ask the cards what you need to know about a situation. Okay, Shannon, it's no problem, sweetheart. So, you never know when the answer is going to come through because it could have come through on the spirit box. I wasn't really paying attention, and it could have come through the spirit. It could come through the REM pod or the spirit box. Let's go ahead and ask again. Let me slow it down a little bit so we can hear it a little bit better, and maybe even turn it down just a little bit so I'm not shouting. I'm not muted. Shannon, am I muted? Can you hear me, Shannon? I think Shannon can hear me. I think you need to let me just stop it.
Maximum volume. Maximum volume.
Yes, maximum volume, spirit. Let's try this again.
Places. Filling your
Maximum volume. Maximum volume. Maximum volume.
Spirit, Shannon wants to know, Tracy is, well, it's getting kind of crazy. Spirit, Shannon wants to know, Tracy is with Shannon, and was the shadow that she had seen in Indiana. Me? I said, yeah, me. Help, how can we help you, Tracy? Reboot, reboot your phone. Is your name Eric? Or one of the spirits that are with us tonight named Eric? Tracy, were you warning Shannon about a person? Thank you so much, Sugar, for your donation. That's very kind and generous of you. I appreciate that. I'll go ahead and read your email. Okay, Sugar, what? Sugar, what are your questions, sweetheart? Are they here? I don't see them, babe. Okay, can you hear me, Ari? Oh, you've been missing Tracy. Don't worry, sweetheart. They're with you. They're with you. Just because you're separate, you're not really separate. Like it's like as within, so without. You never really have to miss this person because this person is right there silent next to you. They're just waiting for you to reach out and make an offering. Even if it's just you communicating telepathically with your mind. As long as you're hearing your voice, it's going to be okay. And if you do hear their voice, it's okay too. You're not crazy. Spirits are telepathic. Some of them can see. Some of them can see different frequencies. Some of them can hear different frequencies. Some of them cannot. It just depends on, you know, what and who and how. You know what I mean? Energy is energy. Everything is everything. Nothingness is nothingness, and everything is everything. I've written a song about this before. Like, it's, like I said earlier, the light that changes color, the candle that's in the lantern, it's the same energy as us. Sorry to go out. It's okay. I understand, Sugar. Let me look at your questions real quick. Sugar, do you want me to turn the spirit box off, or do you want me to keep it on while we do your reading? Oh my God. So, Ari, are you moving out this February or March? Okay, Sugar, are you there, sweetheart? What, spirit? What in the butt? She thinks you're using her and trying not to hard enough to get hours. Oh my god. What did she do? Okay, I see it's in the email. A spirit, I'm calling forth Sugar's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does she need to know right now about this person in her mind and heart in regards to this question? What does she need to know tonight? I'm gonna go ahead and start your timer, sweetheart. So he's in PA and you're in California. The first thing I want to say is never give up California for Pennsylvania. You'll probably regret it. But that doesn't mean that you can't rekindle this friendship long distance. And at the end of the day, he really should come to you. No putting a lot of energy into anyone who doesn't match your vibe. Okay. Spirit, I'm calling forth her most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does Sugar need to know about this person on her mind and heart tonight? Does he have any whimsical feelings or loving feelings or think about her or anything? Does he think about her? See, I don't really do think and thoughts anymore because I don't like to, I've really never liked to get into someone's mind with this kind of thing. But I am going to ask, you know, the feelings, the energy towards you. And that should include these people's thinking and thoughts, you guys, when you ask these kind of questions. So yes, this person very well may have even seen you as someone who could have been the mother of their children. You've got the beautiful Empress and the Page of Pentacles. So what the Page of Pentacles wants you to know, thanks Adeline, I'm sure you're pretty too, sweetheart. So what the Empress and the Six of Pentacles is telling you, very much so, that this person sees that nurturing energy in you. They don't just think about you, they think and look up to you. They put you above themselves. They put you like on a pedestal. Still, they feel whatever you guys had was special and that it was a balanced and give and take kind of love. This person at one time imagined you being the mother of their children, okay? And they still wonder if you think about them too. And this just confirms it with the Six of Swords, because Swords is about thoughts. This person wonders, could you both experience rekindling a connection and it goes smoothly? Let's see. Spirit, can you describe some of these feelings more in depth for her? He is afraid you guys might try to argue if he tried to rekindle, but he doesn't want to argue. He doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to fight it. He wants to immerse himself in his thoughts about you, because for some reason in that Five of Swords, he's like feeling insecure. Like, as much as he wants to reach out, he does want to reach out. He thinks about you all the time. Could it get better? Does she think of me? Is she okay? Is she... The thoughts that you're literally having are some of the same thoughts he's having. So some advice here is, even though it feels a little bit intangible in this Star card, you can come out of this darkness with your light. You know, the moon is illuminated and the stars are illuminated by the sun. But neither one of you, you know, he can't really move into your light until you let him. So what is it that you want, Sugar? You know, you are the magic wand. You are the spell. You are the love spell. What love story do you want? You've got to choose, honey, and stick with it. Because when we start to blur the lines, things start to not work out so much in our favor. And then we start to forget that everything always works out in our favor in a way that pleases us. So I'm just here to remind you that, okay? I'm not just, you know, talking out my tits. I mean, I'm literally like talking to you about something I'm experiencing every day by living this kind of lifestyle and this thought staying on that strict mental diet. Is he alive? Yeah, he's alive. I wonder if he's in the medical field, or maybe he became a nurse or an EMT, or wanted to get into some kind of healing therapy or something like that with this temperance card. He also must like bowling. Does he like to go? Does he like to bowl? Oh, you want to know why he broke up with you? Why did he break up with her? Oh man. Okay, so the nine of cups and the strength card is saying, because I feel like this person felt in this case that he probably broke up with you not because of anything personal, other than I feel like this person was afraid that you guys would maybe not succeed at some of your wish fulfilled dreams. Maybe you'd get in each other's way. But there was always that strength there and courage that started the bond and started the connection. See, you both did the spirit box just say meow. Wow. Well, meow, 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 and meow to you too. So I feel like, well, if you want to know what you need to know, Jefferson, it's only $5. Okay. And Ari, I'll get to your question in just a moment. But this person is definitely feeling something about you that it's like they wish they could go back to that beginning and get back to that feeling with you. So SV, let's see what SV is energy is towards you. Do you guys, you and this SV person work together? Because both of you work very hard at what you do. So if he's glancing over at you, it could very well, yes, be something that he feels is like an unrequited love kind of thing. He looks at you because, first of all, he looks up to you. Because he feels like you're a hard worker, or like you have something special to offer. But this person is insecure. A little bit insecure. They've had their heart broken. They don't want to break your heart. They don't want to get their heart broken again. But yeah, he's stealing glances at you because he looks up to you, but he also likes to look at you. He does like you. The energy is very likable towards you. This card just fell out of the deck. And then you have the Fool card. So Spirit wants you to know, well, he might be thinking about getting in medicine. When was the last time you talked to him, Sugar? Before I go on to the next card. Oh God, that's so hurtful when someone you love or as a friend can't apologize. So back to the Fool card with SV. This person would like to take some kind of leap of faith with you, ask you out, talk to you more, get to know you a little bit better in this Fool card. Let me see if there's any advice from Spirit real quick. Oh, you matched with a guy on an app. Interesting. I've never been on apps like that, but I'm gonna look at this and see if I can maybe help you with it. So, Spirit, does he like her? Does the guy on the app like her? Yeah, he likes you. He might be a dad. He might live with his dad. He might just be somebody who is kind of a little bit maybe older than you, or maybe he's looking for somebody to have a marriage, a life, a baby, or something. I don't know. But at the end of the day, he does like you, and he'd like to talk more to you. So I'm just getting a blank card. I don't know why. I guess because all the cards are backwards and forwards and upside down and crazy. But let me see if I can get some advice for you before I go, sweetheart. If anybody else wants to buy a reading, I'm going to be here for 5 more minutes. I'm going to do Ari's question. and do a free collective message before I go. If you just want to hang out with the spirit box on your own and talk to them telepathically or put questions in the chat, you're more than welcome to try that as well, your own little experiment why this is all on for you guys for free. So kneel before no one is going to be okay, great, Jeff, thanks Jefferson. Sup spirit, what's up? I keep dropping my phone. So kneel before no one, Sugar. You are the prize. You are so worthy of having whatever it is you wish, and you can have, be, and do whatever you want. But make sure you keep everyone off your pedestal and your throne, because it's your throne. It's your reality to create. So what do you want? And stick with it. And have fun creating it. Think of it like ordering a beautiful handmade dress that's customized, you know? Is it going to have butterflies? Is it going to have puppies? Is it going to have puppies and kitties with butterfly wings on the fabric, and it's going to have a long train down the aisle? I'm not talking about wedding dresses. I'm just talking about the comparison of, you know, you think about what you want to order, and then you order it, and you don't sit around waiting for it because you know you're going to expect it in the mail, right? Okay, so let's find out what you need to know right now, Jefferson. Let me get these cards situated real quick. Thank you so much, Toto, for your donation. That's very kind and generous of you. That's interesting because that King of Wands card is very much a older man kind of energy as well. Someone who's a father. I was going to ask you if maybe he had kids. Spirit, I'm calling forth Jefferson's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does Jefferson need to know right now? What is the most important thing that Jefferson's most trusted and strongest spirit guides need Jefferson to know right now? You are truly in love with something you're passionate about. That spirit wants you to proceed with. It's almost like some kind of new beginning or new idea to create possibly new income, or a new love story has come into your life or is coming into your life. Spirit, do you have any other cards maybe for Jefferson tonight? Any advice? Passing of time, okay. Can you clarify that, please, Spirit? Can you clarify that? So I don't pick up cards off the floor, so I'll get it later. Hey, Ghost Rider, welcome to the jamming. Very interesting, Jefferson. All right, very interesting. Beautiful cards. So let me go ahead and start explaining. Spirit just wants you to know that right now there's a new beginning in your love life with passion, intimacy, your income flow. It's almost as if this new year is bringing you some of the things that you've had your head in the clouds about. But, you know, it's ask, believe, receive. You've got the Knight of Wands. You have the Two of Cups, and you have the Ace of Pentacles to kind of cover the clarification on that. Letting you know that it's time for you to protect those dreams that you want with your love story, your life story, even more intimacy in your life. Maybe it's not sex, but it's intimacy with something that you love. It could be a person. There's definitely true love coming in here because your overall clarification card is 1111. Spirit's literally like saying, hey, you know, here's a platter for you to choose and have and be whatever you want. But the advice is, oh, thank you so much, Sugar. I love you too, honey. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. And if you have any questions about it, after you maybe go back over it tomorrow or something, you can always email me and ask. So Spirit wants you, during the passing of the time of this year, it's very important to burn those idols. Burn that version of you that you don't like, Jefferson. And to also do a body scan. Spirit wants you to check over yourself every once in a while. Check in on yourself, like, where are you spiritually and how are you doing? Physically, mentally, emotionally. And be aware of that. Because through that energy, and here's the burning your idols card. Don't compare your story to your idols or maybe people online that talk about love or life. Just compare it to what energy matches yours. And this is really important for you to do this during this passing of time, to build, a community of loved ones and friends that you can trust, and to trust that process. But most of all, Spirit's message is saying, you better be ready. Something good is coming in for you in your life. That could be a substantial change. It might come in small ways. It might come in a big way. But it's already happening all around you, whether you realize it or not. Sometimes seeing isn't always believing. And sometimes believing isn't always seeing. So be good to yourself and your thoughts, okay? And especially in the Knight of Wands and the Two of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles is saying pretty much, without intuitively looking at that, it's like, okay, your love life, your romance life, your sex life, your finances, this is all something that can be very stable and happy for you, and Spirit suggesting, your most trusted and strongest spirit guides are suggesting, that this is very much happening in front of you if you don't realize it, and will just build up over time. But you have to check in with yourself, because your thoughts create, because there are simultaneous realities that are going on at the same time. Which one are you aware of? How are you spiritually? How are you feeling mentally? How are you feeling physically? Check in on yourself, because 1111 is there for you to have every day. This also represents the Four of Wands. Your home is a loving and supposed to be a loving and nurturing place. If there's something in it that's triggering you, get rid of it. Or give it to a friend if it's a sentimental item, but it triggers you and you don't want it anymore. Make the change now within, so you see the change around you. Okay? And keep me updated. I'm here for you. I'm usually here every night, so. And if I'm not here, it's just because I'm overworked and underpaid, and I'm taking care of dogs or working on my music. Check out the pinned comment, y'all. Check out my music, please. This is not a tarot channel. This is a channel that belongs to music and a musician and an artist. That's me, Stormy. I do the live tarot on the live streams and live music sometimes. This channel is about my life, and my life is my message, and my message is my life. Thanks so much, Jefferson, for your donation. It's very kind and generous. Ari, let's go ahead and do your question real quick. And readings are closed now. So I won't be taking any more readings tonight. Okay, thanks so much, Jefferson. I appreciate that. Spirit, what does Ari need to know secretly about? Does Jada Taurus secretly know that she was being a bad friend but is too prideful to admit it? Are you moving out in February or March, Ari? Yes, Ari. Here's the Empress card. So yeah, she does secretly know that she was being a bad friend and is too prideful to admit it, because once again, she's up on her high horse. Usually when you get the Empress card, it's, a very positive card, but this is just kind of showing you that Jada is about Jada. Alright. She can be loving and caring and nurturing, but she knows she was being a bad friend Does she feel bad about it though at all? Not really right now. But you know, you can change this. Might take some time. It's up to you. Whatever you want, you can have. You want her to fruck off? She'll fruck off. You want to make your friend? Can you, you know, rekindle this? Then do it. Yep, you're very right. But it's how the Taurus uses that low-key prideful, really, and how they use that stubbornness. For instance, the Taurus in my chart is very tamed energy, keeps me very down to earth, and I feel like it helps me to stay more persistent about being stubborn about getting the things I need done that are most important. You know, working my ass off to take care of the dogs and dad. Working my ass off to take care of myself. Working my ass off to keep doing the music thing, which is my first love. And working my ass off to stay true to the thespian that I've always been since I was little. And that's why I said, Ari, you might just want to kind of change your scene, you know? You might want to start looking for more people who are artistic like myself and musicians so that you can get into maybe a better crowd of genuine people possibly. You know, go to poetry slams, go to art shows, maybe start painting pictures, you know? Do something creative. It's going to really bring you a lot of joy, I think. Even if it's just finger painting or putting makeup on or hair or putting clothes together. You got to get out of that negative energy where she's at. It's not good for you at all. It doesn't help you be creative. It doesn't help you be restful. It doesn't help you be comfortable. It doesn't help you work better because you're not getting the rest you need. Maybe go into a roommate situation where you guys are splitting these bills evenly. Maybe you pay your phone bill and their phone bill. Maybe you bring food into the house. Maybe you split the electric bill. Maybe they pay the rent and you pay the gas and the water. Do you see what I'm saying? That kind of thing. I'm losing my voice, so I'm going to have to go, you guys. Let me pull a card real quick for a spirit message. Spirit, I'm calling for our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What do we need to know about tonight? The crying Buddha. Oh, wow. Grief. Card number 19. Grief. We do all have a lot of grief, and I'm going to go into this for the next 5 minutes. I'm going to say this. Stay aware of your grief and do your best to purge it, because you're witnessing grief every day because of what's going on in the world right now. And even if it isn't happening directly to you, you're still witnessing it and it's still causing trauma. You have to purge that energy through sleep, through rest, through food, even eating your favorite food, maybe even eating a little extra food, maybe going out for a walk, maybe working out, maybe talking to a therapist, talking to your friends and families. There's 7 stages of grief. You might want to look it up, see where you're at. I would talk more about it, but I'm losing my voice, so I can't afford to lose my voice because I have to work again tomorrow. So grief deepens you, allowing you to explore the perimeters of your soul. Grief is the only gateway to certain levels of consciousness. Oh, that is so true. It really does teach you a lot of wisdom. And it is hard taskmaster because grief is so painful. And you could go from stage 1 grief to 7, which is acceptance, and then right back to 1. You might experience all of those 7 stages in one day and flip-flop throughout the week or the month because maybe you're not on that strict mental diet and you're not practicing it. And you know what? I'll do a video on that in a little bit when I get a chance to explain that strict mental diet. which is very simple. It's just about being good to yourself with your thoughts. So through grief, you can explore every aspect of your dark side, your anger, your pain, your abandonment, your terror, your loneliness. Aspects of the sacred wound that we usually try to ignore on a daily basis in our lives. Grief forces you to acknowledge those parts of yourself that are not yet healed. If you look at grief as a teaching, you will grow. If you can look at grief with awareness and an open heart, it is one of the greatest teachers of all. The seeds of wisdom and enlightenment are planted within the wounds of grief. So what is lost can come back to us again in higher ways.
Answer. Meep.
Meep. Did it just say meep? That's hilarious. Meep meep. Like the Roadrunner? Well, I also think that that's a very good theory about earth signs and fire signs. But don't let it keep you from meeting the love of your life or your soulmate or friend. Because at the end of the day, it's your thoughts that create. So because you feel that and see that and have noticed it and you're aware of it, you're going to stay aware of it instead of maybe seeing through that and putting that a little bit to the side sometimes. You know what I mean? But I understand how you feel and I respect that, Ari, okay? I really do. Hi, Spirit. We're going to go to bed now. Good night. Pay some rent, please. I'm turning all this creepy stuff off before I log out. Because I certainly don't like to. That was really freaky. Yeah, good night. Alright, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Kalanita. Thank you, everyone, for coming by. Ari, thank you for coming by. Terrence, enjoy your track phone. Johnny, enjoy your parapa. Thanks, Jefferson, for your donation, Sugar, and also Harley. Everybody have a really good night, and be good to yourself with your thoughts. I will see you tomorrow night for another slumber party. Maybe tomorrow night we'll do a spooky movie. And maybe tomorrow night someone will do an Estes method with me. Gotta find the right person. I'll call Molly and see if she's up for it. Yeah, so good night, everybody. Be good to yourself, be good to others. Music is sacred, and no prison will hold this movement down.